Iona College offers more than 40 majors, supportive faculty, and experiential learning opportunities, including internships and study abroad. With merit scholarships of up to $31,000 a year, totaling as much as $124,000 over 4 years, Iona prepares you to move your future forward. Learn about everything Iona has to offer at their open house on November 2nd. Apply online at iona.edu/undergrad or call 800-231-IONA.
And good morning. It is 9:17 and I cut off Nadine Cosby, but guess what? You're now listening to Spring Like the Season, and I'm here with Basic Brian.
Oh, yeah. Got my name right.
Yay, Basic Brian. See, now I'm a little late this morning because I didn't have an 8 a.m. So, yeah, I was ready on time, though. That's the crazy part. So I was ready to go by around 8:40. It only takes me 15 minutes to get here. My father, my darling father, decides, you know what? Let me start raking some leaves. And I'm staring at him like, are you serious right now? And he's like raking the leaves, right?
Yeah.
And he's like putting it away. And it's like 8:55. And I'm like grilling him down. I'm like, dude, I need to go. I have a show at 9. Right? And then I didn't eat breakfast, and I tend to get really cranky if I don't eat breakfast. If you're like watching Ustream, I have a banana in my hand. So fun. Spring never has money. I have money. I have cash. Like I actually had cash, like physical cash.
But
guess what? In my other bag. So I spent $1.07 on my Chase debit card for a banana. Who does that?
I had to do that once, actually.
Oh my God.
Believe it or not, because I was actually leaving this show. My roommate texted me, hey, Brian, can you get me, like, some food? I'm starving. Just get a banana from Spelman. I'm like, yeah, sure. I realized I didn't have money, so I used my debit card to buy the banana.
And I bet they gave you a look like, really, dude? You don't have $1?
Yeah. And
I'm like, no, I don't have a meal plan,
exactly.
So it's $1.07
Yep.
for, like, us commuters out here. But how was your weekend, Brian? I haven't seen Brian all week because I've been out of commission. So how's your like week
I've been
going?
rocking this Iona College Christmas sweater.
He does have a really nice Christmas sweater.
It is a very nice. Only $30 at the bookstore. Just gonna lay that out.
Oh, he's promoting it.
If I can get one person to buy this Christmas sweater,
I can die a happy
man.
If it was a little uglier, and this is like not a joke, I probably would have bought it. Like it's a cute ugly sweater. But I wish it was like a lot uglier. Like it needs to look like Bill Cosby sweaters. You know what I mean?
This is pretty much what I'm going to be wearing to all family functions from now on.
You should have bought your brother one. That would have been so funny. Oh my God. Oh no. But Poop. Yeah. Where is Kenny? That's a very valid question.
That's a great question.
Because Kenny was like, you know what, Spring? This was Kenny's promise last week. He's like, you know what, Spring? I'm going to be there. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be there all week. And I'm like, you know what, Kenny? It's a good thing that I know you so well because during the week, we're going to have 2 guests. Mr. Greg Kasimis, I hope, will come on the show again this week. And we're also going to have another really cool guest, which let's see how Demerges handles that. But what else was I going to say? I think we're going to go into news, but really fun. On my way here, being late, I heard on the radio Charles Manson.
That's actually one of the stories I was going to talk about.
Oh, you got it? You know what, Brian? I'm going to let you take it away. Start humming so I can get the news bed for you.
All right. I'm humming away.
All right, let's get to it. That's not it.
That's not
I'm going to kill Demerges.
That is not the news bed I was looking for. I could have worked with it.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
Demerges, I'm literally going to kill you, dude.
Right, he messed with all the numbers. Which one could
This is like chat roulette with these, like, liners.
This does not sound like a kind of news bed I would want to talk about.
This is not a news bed, Demerges.
Well, it kind of
You know what? Just go with it.
Fine. YouTube is set to launch a music streaming service, but it will cost $10 a month.
Oh, they're asking for the most.
Yeah, that's an outdated, like, you know, there's already other streaming services for music.
So they want to be like a Pandora.
Yeah, except now you got to pay for it, I guess.
They thought.
A massive 8-story billboard will be put up in the middle of Times Square, set to be the biggest and most expensive billboard.
Who's the company?
I don't know. It'll be like for any ads. Like you walk into Times Square, you see all those lights and ads.
And
where like that.
Do you know where it's going to be located exactly in Times Square? Or?
Not really. All it just said is in Times Square.
A ginormous
So
thing.
8 stories, one billboard.
Because why not? It's New York. Let's be excessive.
Yeah. Story right after that. New York City plans to replace payphones with Wi-Fi hubs.
Oh my God, that's such a good idea.
And Mayor de Blasio either way, he says it won't cost the taxpayers anything because it would just be covered by the ad revenue from it.
Oh my God, wait. So they're gonna have I just ate like a weird part of the banana. They're gonna have Wi-Fi stands, which is really great because a lot of people are always saying, "We need Wi-Fi." Now they can stand there.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have outlets?
I'm not sure.
Which is a really valid
question. I know
question.
they're gonna have touch screens, which
That
will
is
you walk up
insane.
and it's like, oh, I need to find out where this
Yeah,
location
that's
is. You just type it
crazy.
in on the thing and it shows you directions.
Oh my God! Welcome to 2014, people.
Yeah. And after that, Charles Manson is to be married. Charles Manson, 80-year-old cult leader, is set to marry a 26-year-old woman named Afton Elaine Burton.
See, that doesn't even sound like a pretty name. Did they say where they even met?
I know Afton came from Illinois. She's obsessed with Charles Manson.
She was obsessed with him and
Manson.
probably was just like, you know what? I have to meet this guy.
Yeah,
and he's
she's
so
like, oh,
lonely in prison that he probably was just like, you know what?
Well, he's crazy as well.
That too. That's just crazy. How are they gonna elope though? Are they allowed that in prison?
I think,
They kiss through the
I don't know.
through the glass.
something's
Is that a thing anymore? Do people? Or am I thinking like a 1950s prison?
You're probably thinking 1950s.
I think so too.
I think they'll
I just
they'll
thought of
allow that.
Crybaby with Johnny Depp.
But that was a little bit weird to see. Didn't really wake up say, "Oh, I wonder how Charles Manson's doing."
Right, like
What is?
because I know there's a lot of
eligible
fanatics
bachelor
when it
doing?
comes to certain things. Like I know people that they have a genuine interest in serial killers
Yeah.
and people like that, so they go and they follow them around. But to go and decide to marry them, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I gotta question a lot of
weird.
people in the world.
sushi eaters are now pushing Pacific bluefin tuna to the brink of extinction. That's right.
Oh my God.
You.
I don't want to be responsible for that. Guys, I eat a lot of sushi. And when I mean I eat a lot of sushi, I eat a lot of tuna avocado rolls. I don't eat any other type of roll. I am so basic that I eat the same roll every time I go.
Which one of us should be the basic one in here?
I think I may be basic spring today. I'm BS today.
And I guess I'm. Just got it.
Oh God, I'm really
You're
happy
part
the
of the
Merges is
problem.
not watching. Right, I
I'm
am part of the
solution.
problem. Wait, how are they going? Like how?
Just they're being over hunted.
Oh my God! You know what? Just to save them, I'll switch to salmon for a while. Imagine like I'm the
And
reason.
then like Thursday I walk in, hey, it turns out sushi eaters are now pushing salmon into
like
extinction.
Spring's the main cause because Spring can't hold her mouth.
Spring,
Oh
how
my
much
God.
sushi do you eat
Oh
a
my
day?
God. No. For a while I stopped because I ate it so much that the taste of it got me nauseated.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie, like it was bad.
I feel you.
feel bad now. Can you switch the topic?
Sure. Russian President Vladimir Putin has claimed that the West is provoking Russia into a new Cold War.
How are we provoking them into a new Cold War?
Someone commented on this saying, it's more of an abusive relationship. No, you see, you're making me do this. You're making me invade Ukraine.
Look at what you're making me do. All right, Russia, let's not take responsibility for any of your actions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what else is going on in the world?
President Obama announced the only reason he would send troops to deal with ISIS is if ISIS could somehow obtain nuclear weapons. If you could, I guess that's, because Obama's taken very active stance.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sending troops to deal with them, not putting
Which
boots on
I
the
think
ground.
is impossible to do considering how big ISIS is and how dangerous they are. Like, you
Yeah.
can't... I'm sorry, like, to tell us that you're not going to send, like, ground troops, I know you're lying to me. I guarantee in the next 6 months or so, we're going to have ground troops over there in that area. Because I know they sent ground troops, but not to fight. It's to train the Kurdish and Syrian troops, right? I think.
I believe so.
Okay. Just making sure I have my news right, because Kenny's not here to, like, really correct me.
Yeah. All right. So the UEFA, the Union of European Football Association, is threatening to boycott the next World Cup if the FIFA Ethics Committee does not publish its report on World Cup bidding procedures.
What do you mean?
So, just in case you're not aware,
Like Spring's like...
FIFA is a very corrupt organization.
Okay, why is that?
The next World Cup will be in Qatar,
That's
which
cool, but
is-
that's kind of an
is
odd place
leading
to
the
have
world with the fourth largest slave labor. They're using slave labor to build the stadiums for the World Cup, and a lot of people were curious: how did Qatar, which has various human rights violations, somehow getting the World Cup? So FIFA's like, oh yeah, we'll do a little investigation, we'll find out. And they just came out recently saying, yeah, nothing went wrong, we're innocent. So a lot of people are,
Oh my
curious as
God.
to how FIFA could have, done this investigation themselves
Yeah.
and not find anything suspicious. So the UEFA, which I believe is Germany, France, and England, they're saying if you do not publish this report for everyone to read, we're going to boycott it. And seeing how they're like the three biggest teams, and Germany won the last World Cup, so it'd be
Yeah.
very odd if the
they didn't go.
defending champions
Oh
didn't
my
show
God.
up.
Joe, I learned something about sports. Wow, that's
worry.
actually really cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to hear more about it within the next couple of weeks, though. So
Yeah.
I think we should definitely have a follow-up story.
I
about
know,
that.
like, another thing that I heard FIFA was, so one of their sponsors is
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, and they tried to do, like, this little thing where every Coke you buy, we're going to let, like, the workers call home. We're going to set up a little phone station. That day, a worker was found with a broken cell phone he found, and he was beaten by his employers.
Oh my God.
Employers. Yeah, so
That's ridiculous.
a lot of people are calling for FIFA to take the World Cup out of Qatar.
Wow, I mean, that makes sense. Like, I'm thinking more of like a World War II when they wanted to have the Olympics over in Germany and that whole
Yeah.
situation was happening. And then Germany pretended to get their act together. But, all right, wow. Next story.
So, Facebook will not allow candidates in the 2016 election to access users' friends lists to target potential voters. I was reading this story because I was a bit confused. Like,
Yeah, because I just gave
Yeah.
Brian the what look.
yeah, so I believe last election when Obama was trying to get a second term, they put out like a little app that could allow people to go in their friends list and send like Obama-friendly advertisements or
Oh,
like
for a
that.
minute, I thought you meant like what they would do. I don't know why I might, because I don't
So
have a
it'd be
Facebook,
like, you
so I
know-
don't know how this works.
It'd be like I support, Obama. I go on my friends list and I can just through this thing instantly send everyone
Ads.
like, oh, vote for Obama.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it would be like, okay, so you have your friends list, and I don't know if you've ever heard. Oh my God, what is it? Is it the King's Cabinet? Oh my God,
I have no idea.
It's a way to voting back in like the 1700s and before that. That instead of like everything being private, everyone would sit in a room and say like, okay, so who votes for Brian? And everyone raises their hand.
Oh,
So then
yeah.
obviously like you get peer pressured into voting for Brian because everyone else and their mom has their hands up for Brian. But let's be serious, no one's voting for Brian.
Oh, come on.
But
I'd vote for me, maybe.
with that sweater, I might
With this
vote
sweater?
for you. I might vote for you.
I'm pretty sure my mom
But-
might vote for me, maybe.
What was I gonna say? I thought that what you meant was that on Facebook, like they put on the side, I voted for Obama, or they have to put, because it's supposed to be an anonymous thing. You have
Yeah.
the choice not to tell someone because that's the point of being able to vote. Because
But then
they
you
were
also
afraid,
have
like,
the choice to tell everyone.
yeah. So I don't know. That's weird. And then to shove it down their throats. Let someone
Yeah.
send me an ad of who they're voting for. Get out of my face. Leave me alone.
Yeah, definitely. So, Walmart employees are planning to protest at 1,600 Walmart stores on Black Friday over low wages.
What?
Yeah, just heard about it.
How low are their wages? I'm sorry. I'm like
Pretty low. They're like,
below
just.
minimum wage.
I think they
or-
just get minimum wage, barely.
It's probably what they do with most of these companies. They like to they hire them at minimum wage, and then if they are hired at part time, they cut their hours so much
Yeah.
to make sure that they stay at part time. And
Yep.
then I think they overwork them and put them
Yeah,
in
I
different
was-
departments, so it's still part time but in different departments.
What I was just about to say is I heard a story that one Walmart, what they did is they had everyone like punch out and then go back to working so that they couldn't get overtime.
Oh my God! See, I'm
So-
pretty sure that's illegal. Aren't there
Yeah.
unions that support that? That's ridiculous. Oh my God. Well, right now, Black Friday, for whatever reason, for those of you who don't know, Black Friday is in about 2 weeks. It's like last time I
God
checked,
help
right?
us.
Thanksgiving's in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So yeah, Black Friday's in 2 weeks. People have been camping out for Black
Already?
Friday since last week. Why?
What?
Why? You have a home. It is not that serious.
Those-
They have sales all the time.
The
if you
deals
get
are
on your
gonna
email,
last the whole month. It's not just a
exactly.
one and
They have
done.
Cyber Monday. Stay home. Be safe. What are you doing? It's not that serious. Like Black Friday is such a huge deal. I have no idea why, because I've never done it. And I've
Yeah.
never been interested to do it. Something about waiting in line to get a product does not appeal to me. Do not wait and camp outside.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What, are you trying to get the new iPhone? Just get a coupon
There's-
and you'll be fine. I get coupons all the time in my
Yeah.
emails. 30% off for this, 50% off for
Once
that.
we had someone in my family say they wanted to do Black Friday. I think it was like my aunt or cousin. And I'm like, of course I'm
I would
stuffed.
never.
I just ate Thanksgiving dinner. I'm like,
That's
no.
right. I
How
feel
could-
like Thanksgiving.
How could you eat your Thanksgiving dinner and then instantly say, well, I feel like waking up at 4 a.m. to go buy
Because
stuff?
this is the trick now. Thanksgiving's no longer a holiday. Thanksgiving is the refueling for Black Friday. They want to make sure you guys are well fed. They'll probably make you sleep now, and then you go and get ready for the real holiday, now known as Black Friday. And I think most of Black Friday sales last the whole weekend now
Yeah.
because they know how ridiculous it is to wait. And why that early in the morning? Oh,
don't
that's
know.
probably why it's called Black Friday, because it's
Yeah.
dark outside. Whatever.
I
It's
also know
still-
like dozens upon dozens of stores already saying like we're not opening Black Friday. Don't camp out.
because
don't bother.
it's like I heard it's a madhouse. I heard
Yeah.
people fight each other for certain things, for like televisions, for like mostly electronics. I heard like that's the main
Yeah.
goal for most of these people. Dude, if you can't afford it, let it go. There are bigger things in life. Like
Yeah.
people are dying in the world, and you're gonna die over a television on Black Friday. You know how embarrassing that is.
Yeah.
Stop it already.
Well, I always feel bad. Like every now and then you hear about like the one employee that got trampled
Yeah,
because they opened the doors.
I wouldn't
That's
even bother. My cousin, poor thing. Actually, no, she was fine. But she said, because she works in Urban Outfitters down in the city, and Urban Outfitters, if you're like a New Yorker, is like, I don't know if am I allowed to say drugs on the, am I allowed to say drug names? It's like crack to a lot of hipsters. So
Yeah.
they go there because they are just like, I want to pay $300 to look like a hobo or look like John Lennon and
To look like
Yoko
you bought-
Ono. You know what?
went to
Go
the
to a
thrift
thrift
shop.
store like a normal
Yeah.
New Yorker and pay $5 for a shirt. Do
Yeah.
not pay like 40. So they go to Urban on Black Friday sales and they camp out just to buy shirts to look like a bum. Guess what? I look like a bum daily, and I paid everything. Everything was cheap. Like I'm a natural bum. Like let's be real.
Yeah.
But that's how
I mean, don't let the $30 I own a college Christmas sweater.
30% off.
Don't let that sway your opinion. I'm a pretty
I can't
reasonable
believe
shopper.
people. So they're so funny. They all do so many other different things, but
Yeah. Crazy.
consumerism. All right. Well, with that being said,
Well, I've got like a few more things to say.
Brian still has more.
because,
He has more.
One thing I'm gonna say, I got news from Jersey Joe himself that
What?
I'm gonna break before Ian can.
oh, where is Ian? It is like 9:30.
I don't know, but he'll come in thinking he's got this amazing
He's
piece,
probably like,
and Joe's gonna have to tell him no, you don't. I see Jersey Joe laughing. So, Giancarlo Stanton, a baseball player, just signed a 13-year, $325 million extension. Yeah, I see Joe nodding. his head.
Joe's nodding. All right. Someone has to
$325
explain
million.
this to me. What is this?
So it's for the next 13 years
Mm-hmm.
when this guy's playing. By the end, he's gonna have made $325 million.
What? That's insane. Oh my God. He's like smiling. He's like, yep, that sounds right. Oh my God, how crazy is that? I wish I could make that much money.
Yeah.
So how much is that, per year almost?
I'll do the math
Yeah,
right now.
do the math for us on air,
Got-
Brian. I'll do the humming.
Yep. So let's see. I don't even know how many zeros would be in the millions.
You know, Brian, you could just put 325 divided by 13.
Fine, I guess if you want to do that.
Then you add the zeros after.
So it'd be somewhere around 20. I got 25 when you do 325.
So that makes
divided by
sense. So what about
13.
25 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Jeez.
Can
God.
Demur just pay me for this? Do you want to pay me I'm doing this for a year? Can I get 2 million by the end of this, please?
Can
I
I
would
just get
get basic Brian 100,000. No,
No, not even that. I'll take a coupon to
to Sears.
to Sears. I'll take a coupon to Sears. I'll
That's
take
the worst place to get a coupon.
I'll take bookstore credit.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, no. That's actually a really good thing to do. Bookstore credit, please. Anything else on the news?
I got Today in History.
Ooh, what is Today in History? What
Today
day
in
is
History.
it? November 18th?
November 18th. In 1928, Walt Disney's first sound-synchronized animation cartoon aired in New York City.
That is awesome.
Do you know which one it was?
I want to say it was Steamboat Willie.
That is correct.
Is it really? Oh
Yes,
my god, it
starring
was
Mickey Mouse.
Steamboat Willie! I've been to Disney way too many times. That is awesome. And I think he was like, that's when he was like the weird, creepy mouse, right?
Yeah.
Was his name Mortimer Mouse?
No, it was Mickey Mouse in that.
Oh, it was still Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse? Oh, because I thought his original name was like Mortimer Mouse. You know, if you go now, they did introduce a new character, and I think they made it Mortimer. But Mortimer
Really?
is an old character too. I'm pretty sure it starts with an M, and it's an older looking character, but they did introduce a new one. All right, so you know what? Brian took his sweet little time with the news, which I appreciate because it was a lot of good news. We now know that love is possible no matter who you are, because Charles Manson is going to get married.
Of course.
We now know that we're going to get Wi-Fi around the city.
Yes.
We now know that Walmart has all these injustices and they're being overworked.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else I remember right now because I don't have
FIFA.
coffee in me. FIFA is a corrupt organization, which Spring did not know before, and now I really want to follow up on that if we can.
Yeah, definitely can.
YouTube. Times Square is having a huge 8-story billboard now, which is excessive, but that's America.
Yep.
And then
YouTube's launching a music streaming service.
YouTube's launching a music stream, which I don't really know if that's gonna work or not.
Yeah, it probably won't
I'll
because
probably
you got Pandora and Spotify
or I'll just
and
like
other things.
YouTube music.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's 9:38. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more news for you guys.
How do you plan to move the world? Just 20 minutes north of Midtown Manhattan, Iona College offers more than 40 majors.